Morning, it's the 20th of September 2022. Sorry about that live stream, my signal dropped, there's no signal here because we're actually missing in North Nottinghamshire, just over the South Yorkshire border. Lovely village, and we're 4 mile from Bawtry. There, look, we're 6 mile from Blackstone and 8 mile from Axie. Basically, we're in the middle of nowhere. Why are we here? This Truss has lifted the ban on fracking. And just before the ban was put on, the drill down road, about a mile down road in beautiful countryside, next to a site of special scientific interest with owls and that, and wildlife, to give them permission to drill there. Put floodlights up, there's drilled 24 hours a day down to the Bowland Shale. Didn't get any gas or oil, whatever they were fracking for, I don't even know. Ineos was the name, and well, once they've invested so much money, they're always going to come back if they think there's anything there. Not that there's any proof there is out there. So yeah, there's a protest here today against the lifting of the fracking ban. We've got a few people here. Look at this on the village green. How nice is that? I think we're going to talk to some people. We all look, how come I just say no fracking? That's Frack Free Lancashire, so they've come up with from Lancashire to put that up. And there's the people, it's Nick from Frack Free Lancashire. Nick, I'm recording it now, look.
Oh, okay, right.
How are we going, look?
Hello, I'm back.
Well, obviously you're unhappy that they've lifted fracking ban, as I am, as most people are.
Yeah.
Because do you think they'll come back to Peter now?
We just don't know. I mean, my feeling is, and this is purely my personal opinion, that they won't risk doing any more drilling at Preston New Road because of the earthquakes.
Hopefully not.
And I think they're more likely, unfortunately, to do some test drilling elsewhere. And all the signs are, I mean, IGAS have already said about geology, and strongly implied that the geology in Lancashire is vulnerable, and even the Tory MP for Preston New Road has said it can't be done safely. So I mean, I don't know, the announcements could be made this morning, they are pretty foolish, so
well, to be honest, one thing I've highlighted on the Tory MP said, I won't believe a word he said for a start.
Well, absolutely,
they can't lay in bed state.
No, absolutely. And to be honest, when they talk about community consent, they don't. I won't use the word shit because that's rude, but they don't give a shit about community consent. They've completely overruled local democracy in the past. What I will say though is, because we had the earthquakes and because what we said was going to happen did happen, we've been completely vindicated. So if they do come back to Preston Road, I believe there'll be far more protesters than there ever were before. And people who previously said we were hippies and we were layabouts will now be on our side. So I think if they do come back, there will be absolute mass protest at Preston Road.
Thanks for that, Nick, and hopefully mass protesting missing. Well, I'm sure they're going to come back here because they're not even close. I know they've lost permission, but now they're just going to get permission willy-nilly. They're going to be self-regulated, aren't they?
Well, I mean, you know,
you'll see now
it is important. It really is important from a political point of view that MPs know that if it's in their constituency and they sit on the fence, or if they're in favour of fracking, they're just not going to get voted in.
They're going to be out in a job.
No, exactly.
Thanks, Nick.
No, you're welcome.
So there, Nick Faulweather from Lancashire this morning has come over to North, about 90 mile, to say his piece and to register his protest. United against fracking, look at that one then. It's a right base to a sign. And you know, most of these people here, they're elderly people. And I'll tell you what, they're not doing it for the sons, they're fighting for the kids and the grandkids and their kids. And well, there's an owl, look, Mr. Owl. So we're with Richard, who's holding the owl. Frack Free Missing, that's been around for quite a bit. Excuse me, Nick. You're not Nick. You're Richard. Yeah, I'm just telling about this owl. How long you had that? You made it, didn't you, Richard?
Oh, Kate made it.
Kate made it. Credit to the wife, Kate. Well, she's brains at team anyway, you can see that. Yeah, we can see the beauty, innit? And that's been, well, I've been to London with that, I've been to Chesterfield with it.
All over with
it. Wherever's been any fracking or protesting about fracking, it's been there, and to Richard's credit, he's not got lifted, has he?
No, I haven't.
Don't want to speak to you soon. Yeah. He likes to stand there doing no, but in his pocket he's got grenades.
They don't want to lift me one of these. I don't know what to do with it.
They don't know what to do with it, hell no. Don't want to confiscate it. And if they do, there's another one there, look. Always carry a spare out wherever you're going. Brilliant, isn't it? Some beautiful people here. Look at that. So yeah, we've got loads of banners, loads of placards. BBC coming out of the cage.
ITV calendar.
ITV calendar. I've got Kate here. This is Richard's missus. She's the brains behind the owls. Yeah, we're not live, Kate. There's no signal.
Oh no, that's
And it's uptight, don't matter, does it? So yeah, you're living down south now, aren't you?
I do, but my mum is at Walkeringham, just up the road.
So you're
my sister's in Haxey, even nearer up the road. You know, and I'm visiting them. So
good lass. Yeah, and you do have a shop in, don't you, if anyone wants to buy it? Is it for sale yet?
No.
No, well, you never know.
I'm not selling it.
You'll be the first. We'll let you know on here if we sell it.
I might be renting it out.
Even better, Kate, yeah.
Just finishing it off.
Good lass, yeah. So, vegan caffeine, Donny, when it opens, I'll be up there doing a video, Kate, if that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get everybody up there. Thanks, Kate. Stop this madness, look. Some lovely banners. Grass fields, not gas fields. Protect our wildlife. Don't frack our village. I can agree with that one. What's the village fracking? The bigger danger is, see, you might ask what I'm doing here. I'm from 20 miles away. And I'm from a mining district, don't they frack round there? Fracking, wrong place, wrong time, wrong direction. Yeah, I'm from 20 miles away. What am I doing here? My house is safe. Mine's not going to collapse. It's all coal mining under mine. And they'll not frack there. The bigger danger is, though, is to drill down, go through water table. The water I get comes from, well, not where I live, comes from the ground. And I know the water in Bowlandshire, or on the way to Bowlandshire, I think they go through 3 lots of water. I'm not sure, 3 water tables, but lots of water they get in Leicestershire and Midlands comes from up here. So if you live in Leicestershire and Midlands, don't worry about and you're not worried about fracking your heartbeat, because it's yours who's going to get poisoned, whether you like it or not. So a quick word with Dennis. Dennis, excuse me, we're not live, Dennis, with no signal, but right, just I'm explaining to them now, if they don't live in this area, which I don't and you don't, and they think they're safe from fracking, which I am because I'm in a coal mining area. But water and that, you know, water from here, or from Bowlandshire or wherever, the water table underneath us goes further. It doesn't just stop here, does it?
The Sherwood Sandstone Aquifer covers the vast majority of Nottingham. The shale coincides with the coal measures, which coincides with the Sherwood Sandstone. They're like a sandwich. And that supplies, I think, 30% of Nottingham's.
I've just said
about 8 million people in all.
So if you're down Nottinghamshire, you think we're okay, well, when you turn your tap on, you'll better fill the car up because if your diesel comes out.
Yeah, well, that's happened before.
yeah.
They have actually lost 1 borehole due to spillage. But it's not so much the fracking, because that goes on very deep. Yeah. But it's the spillages of wastewater, and there's going to be millions of gallons of radioactive, toxic wastewater to dispose of. The first lot that Quadrilla produced ended up in the Manchester Ship Canal. Then the Environment Agency declared it as a hazardous waste and said we've got to process it. But now, of course, this government's going to deregulate, and we know what's happening with excessive wastewater nowadays, don't we?
Well, you've seen them, Dennis. You've seen these sites and that. The cowboys, even when they were regulated, they were breaking all rules that they were supposed to work, and they just did what they wanted, really, and got away with it. So
they don't pay too much heed to the regulations. They say we've got gold standard regulations, but they don't apply to them, and that's what Cameron said. He stood up at the dispatch box saying we've got gold standard regulations, but they don't. But I think he had his fingers crossed behind his back, you know. It really is a sham, and this is their. I think, to be honest with you, looking at their arguments, they really are getting desperate.
Oh yeah, because they are
getting really infantile in their.
Just in best will of the world, if they drilled down, Dennis, and they found some gas, do you think it to be any cheaper for consumer?
Of course not.
Exactly.
I mean, I was at a meeting in Letwell near Rotherham, back in 2017, and somebody asked an INEOS executive, can you guarantee you won't export this gas? And he said, we're a commercial operation.
Exactly, they're good.
And that's it, it will go at market
It's all
rate.
about money. There's no cheap gas to be had. There's no jobs to be created through company, only minimum wage jobs and security and that. There's nothing to gain and everything to lose, Dennis.
Exactly.
Thank you, my old mate.
Mate. Take care.
Thanks, Dennis. So yes, we can go and see old Rev Debs now. We got here from Dennis is from Chesterfield way, and Rotherham way. Richard's down south. We've got Rev Debs here from and Cole. Cole, I keep what's your name, young man?
Ryan.
Ryan, I keep walking straight past you and ignore it. Ryan's here. Where are you from, Ryan?
I'm from Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield Extinction Rebellion.
Chesterfield Exor. Big up to Ryan. Is he your brother?
My brother, no. Yes, we're brothers.
I wish he was.
I'll tell you something. It's him I keep walking past and getting chilled.
He's guided me all the way.
I should have put my glasses on. We got Cole. We are from Cole, Mansfield.
Yes.
Mansfield. Why aren't I here then, Cole? We're not live, by the way, Cole. So, just saying, why are you here? How would it affect you fracking?
Because INEOS have said that they would frack under Sherwood Forest.
Oh, gee, they have said that, haven't they?
Yep.
Yeah, so that would affect him in a lot of ways. Well, like I just said earlier, before I got here, Cole, look at our age. Like, we're not doing it for us, we're doing it for our kids and that.
That's it, yeah.
Kids, grandkids and their kids, for future generations. If they get away with this, they'll get away with it, mate. We're already getting fucking rivers of shit. And
at the moment as well, Severn Trent are putting emails out to people telling them about the water usage.
Oh, yeah.
Warning you not to use too much because the reservoirs are low still at the minute and haven't recovered.
Don't be alright in the flush toilet. I'm filling back up. Excuse me, Rev Debs. I've got Rev Debs here. Come on this video here. This lass is Cole's missus. And she's an absolute diamond. She's drinking from the fountain of eternal youth. She's the only woman I know gets younger as she gets older.
It's Jack Daniels. You bless it, negates all alcohol, you see.
That's the secret, Jack Daniels. I thought I could smell it. I thought it was you, Sue. So, come on. Sue's a veteran campaigner. Aren't you, Sue? You're not happy about him coming back here, are you?
I'm what?
Not happy about him coming back here?
I'm not happy at all,
do you think they will come back?
Well,
they've spent a lot of money down that road.
They haven't sealed it up, and they should have sealed the whole up.
It tells me everything.
Plus, last time I drove past, there were loads of
activity.
Yeah, and there were lots of vehicles parked up. And then I've come past this morning and it's empty.
That's because they know me, what here? I'll
exactly.
Come in. Yeah. So there, INEOS, not to be trusted at all. I'm telling you, the right bunch of cowboys. Who else can we talk to? It's good to see it. We've been going 12 minutes. Be like a film soon. I have to do a serial on it. We've got Kath over there. We'll talk to Kath. I'll talk to Kath and then we'll... Because I've been going 12 minutes, I'll talk. I'll stop it. It's a shame it's not live because it's a beautiful day. Beautiful autumnal day. Kath! Kath! Have you got a minute? I'm just being... we're not live, I'm just recording this because I can't get a signal. Well, I had one big drop down, but... Just telling people about those down the road there. They've spent a lot of money. Do you think they're going to come back to that?
I think if they're given the options, and I think if this government wipes any local planning permissions out, I think they're just waiting for it.
Yeah.
They only intend plugging it. If they should have had it restored by now, but they haven't.
And it's been stood 2 years.
A year. It's been stood.
Look at this for a picture, Kath. Come here, mate. That's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, been stood a year. And
since they've been told to restore it, and they've still done nothing. They've used every excuse. They've said that they couldn't get the equipment. Well, driving around this area, they've had the rigs available to re-drill the oil wells that they've got round here.
Yeah, we've got Jim Ratcliffe, richest man in bloody, certainly richest man in Britain, isn't he?
Absolutely.
You can get
second, third now, because I think he's been overtaken by some.
Well, not like that.
He's only interested in it for his plastics. He's never going to go into domestic use, whatever they do.
Kath, I've just had the same conversation with Dennis over there, saying if it were gas, would it be any cheaper if we could consume it Would it be any cheaper?
No.
There's nothing.
Their own Chancellor of the Exchequer said back in March, when he was in business department, that fracking was not the answer. No. It wouldn't solve any of the energy crisis. It was not a short term.
He has changed his mind though since then. Is that Kwasi?
Yes.
Oh, he's changed his mind since then. They changed their mind, you know that?
Yeah. Well, it depends how much you're getting.
Exactly, it's all about the backhanders, who's scratching who's back.
Who's influencing.
That's right, Kath.
But, you know, we're on the Gainsborough Trough here, and there's a lot of people that don't realise that the Gainsborough Trough is going to massively affect where they live.
Exactly, yeah.
They're going to use stealth because they've already got the oil wells there. As we've seen at West Newton, they've now altered their application to go back from oil back to gas.
Yeah, they just moved goalposts.
And they are just going to do exactly the same with all those wells, and people are going to be absolutely surrounded by it.
We're not going to let them in Missile.
Absolutely
not.
No. Not anywhere.
No, not anywhere.
It's not just about
this
here,
is near,
Don.
I know it's
not just about here, it's everywhere.
That. Yeah, I've said that, love, because it does affect people, even just 60 mile down the road at
Absolutely.
Turn the tap on, it's going to be discoloured and polluted water they're drinking.
I mean, we've got to think about our grandchildren and the future generation. It's not about
Do you know what? She's just said what I've said twice and what somebody else has said. Yeah, look at us. We're past it. Well, they think they are. It's not about us, it's about future generations, our kids, grandkids and their kids and their grandkids, innit? We're just in a position where we can just down tools and come and protest. And what are you going to do if they ban peaceful protest?
Well, they already have done. One guy was just saying there's so many being arrested and that have been charged. Film crew's here, right? So, I've warmed it up for ITV and I can't. You know, no charge. There's a lot of people being charged now for peaceful protests.
Yep.
They're facing charges that are facing prison.
Yeah.
They've done that by stealth as well.
Yeah.
We have been led to the slaughter, basically.
We have. Blindfolded.
Yeah.
Mad. Thanks, Kath.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Kath. Well said and all, by the way, Kath. Fantastic. She just reiterated what everybody else has said. Anyhow, I do believe. Is it ITV or BBC, Kath?
ITV first.
ITV and then BBC come in for Newsnight tonight, so you'll get the cut version from the ITV and Newsnight and the uncut version from me. Right. I'm out here, Sally's gone on a bit, but it's a subject close to my heart, and you know what? I fucking hate Ineos. I hate Jim Ratcliffe and I hate fracking, and I don't apologise for swearing. And you know what? These people behind me, they share my sentiments entirely. Look at that. What a great picture. I'm going to finish on that one. Adios.